Well, hey guys, it's Dorzax here. Been a while since I've done a video, and what I wanted to do is just have a little chat about my purchase on this Tristar. I believe that for the money, that I don't think you're gonna get a better gun. I haven't had any problems with it. I've went out and shot it. I've put like 300 rounds through it. It shoots perfectly. I mean, I've looked it over. For wear and tear. I mean, I gotta admit, this is a real value-based gun. It does have, a little bit of wear and tear, on the block, on the cylinder block, but that's just normal, I guess, for a shotgun in this price range. One thing about these shotguns is that if you look on these bearing surfaces right here, you want to make sure that these are done right. If they're uneven in any way, then you're going to have wear that starts to affect one side or the other, and what that does is it causes pressure on the pivot pins, and that can start sloppiness, and there's misalignments and stuff like that, and also your barrels are moving around in your action, and that has not happened with this. This is I'm very happy with the gun. The gun it's well made. It's a well made shotgun. I gotta admit, Tristar really knocked it over the fence with this. For the money that I spent on it, it's a great entry level shotgun. I think the fitting is quite good. It's done. It's practical. Overall, that's basically what it is. It's a practical shotgun. It's practical use. You could take this out and go bird hunting, small game hunting. Load it with a 3-inch shell with a modified cylinder choke on it, and use the top barrel, and you got yourself a good deer slayer. I'm very happy with the purchase. I will say that much. I cannot take away what my money bought me on this. I think overall just a great value. One thing I did do is, after I bought the Tristar and got into reloading shotgun for a while, and started doing the over-under trap thing and that sort of thing, started learning trap for one thing, I decided to go ahead and get myself a more expensive shotgun. And with that purchase, I ended up getting a CZ, and we'll be going over that. We'll be taking a look at that next. I feel that the Turks are in the same spot that the Spaniards and the Italians were, back when they started importing shotguns into the United States. They offered value, and they offered quality craftsmanship for a reasonable price. And even though these are made in Turkey, their quality is very good. I'll tell you that much. I have seen nothing but, now granted, if you own a Stoeger, and it works, and you don't have any problems with it, and it's just a great gun, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it, but I've heard a lot of stories about Stoeger shotguns that people have just been really, really displeased with the quality that their money went on. And another thing too, when you buy a Stoeger, it's basically, a throwaway gun. You go out there and you shoot it until it stops working or whatever, and you basically just part it out afterwards or get rid of it. And I think the same thing with this. I think these pivot pins can be replaced after a while. I don't think that's a big deal. And that's really the only wear that you're going to have on the gun. In reality, this is where it wears out, is right here on these pins, and these pins are replaceable. So, you know, unless you shoot out the barrel. Like I said, they got chrome lined bores that come with 5 chokes. Ventilated mid-rib, you know. It's lightweight. Little too lightweight for me, though, I found out. I found out that it's not my forte to shoot a real lightweight gun. The rib is real pronounced. It's got a target type rib with, real nice diffusing, hash marks on it. And again, the only thing I really don't care for is the fiber optic front sight. It catches my eye. And when I'm trying to follow the bird and, I'm shooting with a bottom barrel, when I'm trying to follow the bird, that front sight seems, it just seems to just get right in there, and I'm a pistol shooter, okay, and a rifle shooter. So, it's a hard habit to break to not look at the sights. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, so, you have to follow the bird and shoot at the bird rather than shoot where your sights are set, and so it's kind of been a hard thing for me to, kind of cross over from. But I'm very happy with the Tristar. I think Tristar is a great gun. There's a lot of companies out there that are, offering guns. I know that the Ruger red label that comes in, that's a Turkish gun. I mean, Stevens, that's a Turkish gun. There's a number of them out there that come in from Turkey that have another brand name on them. So anyway, let me go ahead and we'll take a little break right now. I'll go get the CZ and I'll show you that. And we'll go through a little bit of a few of the features that are on that gun and see where the value, what I felt was a value when I went and evaluated getting the gun in the first place. So anyway, we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. This is the CZ. Now this is a Woodcock model. The gun is the same gun as the Redhead model, which is their premier gun from CZ, except for it has a case hardened receiver. The Redhead has fancier wood. It has the slick, sealed stock, with the polyurethane finish. It's a fancier gun. They added a few more fancier frills to it, but it's the same gun as the Redhead. Let's take a look at her here. Okay. Now, as you can see, this has ejectors. When you open these up, these things pop out and they pop the cases out. The thing is though is that these will only eject the case that has been fired. If you have, say like if you have an unfired case in your top barrel and then you have a fired case in your lower barrel, when you crack it open it'll eject the fired case, but it'll only lift the one that hadn't been fired. So you can go ahead and just drop another one in there and then you got 2 more rounds. One thing too, the pivots are flush. You got nice decorations on them. And as you can see, it has some nice, it has some nice scrolling done there, engraving. I'll tell you what guys, I have looked this gun over and I cannot see a gap whatsoever in this stock. The stock fits perfectly. I mean, the inlay that they did, is just, amazing. They did some very good work on this. And like I said, it's all case hardened. This gun here is designed for field use. You know, this is what you're going to take out turkey hunting, or you're going to go ahead and you're going to go after some pheasant. You know, it's upland birds. You can use it for duck hunting or whatever you want to do. You know, small game hunting. But you know, this is a field gun. It's heavier than the Tristar. The Tristar comes in at about 5 3/4, 6 pounds. This comes in at almost 8 pounds. So it's a little heavier, you know, but it's not, you know, it's not unwieldy. I mean, you know, this is not going to wear you out, you know, out there on a day out on the range. And it's also not going to wear you out, you know, carrying this out there in the field. The overall fit and finish and the quality that has went into this gun is impeccable, to say the least. It's a great value for what I paid for it. MSRP on these is about $950. I got this one down at Sportsman Warehouse for about $700 bucks. By the time I paid taxes and all that, it came up to $800. But you know, it's just a really nice shotgun. I mean, the finish on it is just beautiful, and the checkering, it's laser engraved. You know, the checkering, but it's very positive. And one thing I do like about the stock is that it doesn't have that slick, you know, glossy polymer put on there, and I like that. You really feel the wood on this. You know, you really do feel the wood. It's nice handling. I mean, that's right where you need it. I mean, it's just fantastic gun. Now this is made. It's got the CZ name on it. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. It's made by Huglo. Let's put it that way. It's 12 gauge, has 3-inch chambers, and when you go over here, you've got your deal there. It's CZ USA, and it's stamped. And one thing else too, CZ warranties their guns for 10 years. They'll stand behind these guns for 10 years. If anything goes wrong with them, you send them back to the factory, send them back to CZ. They'll repair or replace the gun if there's something wrong with it. Let's break it down a little bit. Now, latch is typical, like your Browning, has the long trunnion in the back for, you know, for your cocking feature. As you can see, even the look how even they did, you know, the jeweling. You know, the jeweling on it is very nice. I mean, there's no deep spots. There's no blemishes or deep spots or anything like that. It's all done evenly. This is really good work. As you see, you know, you have your tenon lockup. The barrels are chrome lined. Probably can't really see real good, but there you go. Yeah, barrels are chrome lined. It came with 5 inserts, replaceable inserts. You can also use the Beretta screw-in chokes. You know, if you want to just go ahead and spin them in out there at the range, and change chokes from, say, like you're going to go ahead and shoot 16-yard trap or handicap trap, or you're going to go ahead and you're going to shoot, say, doubles or something like that, and you want to go with different, you know, chokes, you can just spin them in there, and they're available. You know, Briley makes them. They're kind of expensive. I just go ahead and find some Beretta ones that just screw in. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and shoot skeet with this, you know, you can go with a full choke, you know, a full modified on the bottom, you know, for your close shots, and then for your long shots, you just go ahead and, you know, you can go with your full choke. wanted to show you guys another thing too. The receiver is 4140 steel, all case hardened. Okay, CNC machined. I mean, and this thing is smooth as butter. I mean, there is no rough edges on there, nothing to catch. Very nice, very nice. And like I said, you know, I can't, there is just, the fitting on it is impeccable. I mean, it's just a great gun, a good value for the money. I mean, you know, just an absolutely great gun. So anyway, it's still pristine. I have not shot this yet. I'm gonna go ahead and make a point to get out there and put some rounds through it and give it a little bit better review. Okay, what am I doing here? Don't be like that. Okay, here we go. There we go. Just like that. Tell you, that's all the way through the gun. That's how tight this is. Can you guys feel that? Just, you can feel it. It's solid. Nothing shaking around there. Tell you that. It's fit tight. Really nice gun. So anyway, there it is. You can get the fancier redhead model. They make the ring neck. The ring neck, I think, is the model down from this. It has extractors, and it's not as fancy as a gun. But you know, the price reflects that as well. Like I said, this is the Woodcock model. This is the one that it's more of a field grade gun, which is what I wanted. I didn't want something flashy or, you know, really, you know, glossy or anything like that. Really nice gun. Anyway, so that's my review right now. I haven't went out and shot it yet, but I will. I'll get out there and I'll bust some birds with it. It's just really good quality. I mean, I gotta admit, you know, there is no gaps at all, period. This is really finely fitted. Yeah. Also another thing too, like I said, it doesn't have the ventilated midsection. This is a solid section. This is more for like field grade guns, but what it does is it adds rigid, you know, a very rigid foundation for the barrels to ride on when you fire it. You know, you're not going to get any whip there or anything like that. This gun is made, you know, for shooting high power loads as well. So anyway, that's my review on the CZ. This is Thor's Axe. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I wish I had more to show you. Right now I'm recovering. You know, I have arthritis in my neck, and I'm going through some treatments right now. And the thing is, though, is that my right shoulder is completely out of whack. Like I said, I fired like 200 rounds through the Tristar, and I did that on, you know, 3 occasions. And all 3 occasions, I woke up the next day and spent about a week recovering from it. So I had to back down, and I need to get down to the bottom of what's going on with my arthritis. Yeah, really nice gun, I'll tell you that. That's an excellent value. Well, hey guys, until next time, this is Thor's Axe. I'm going to be signing out. Take a look at the CZ products next time you go out. If any of the gun stores that you go to, you know, have CZ guns, take a look at them. I mean, like I said, they're made by a company in Turkey that's been in business since 1904, and like I said, they're in the same spot where the Spanish was and, you know, the Italians were, you know, back in the day when they first started importing guns into the United States. Sooner or later, you know, they start buying more modern machinery, they get more modern, you know, practices with making their guns. You know, even a simple thing like, you know, labeling a gun anymore of where it was made really doesn't have too much to do with the quality as aware as what quality was put into the gun where it was made. So, you know, like Browning, they make their guns in Japan. Winchester makes their guns in Japan. Smith & Wesson, for years, used Hawa receivers in their bolt-action rifles. You know, there's a number of companies that use outside, you know, labor to manufacture for them, and they put their name on them. CZ, I believe, though, is one of those companies that is not going to put their name on it unless it's quality. And they do have their people in the factory inspecting these guns and making sure that, you know, the company is putting the quality into the gun that they expect, that they contracted for. So yeah, take a look at what CZ has to offer. It's a really nice gun. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.